Hello and welcome to Science and Technology Today. This is Mike Jackson on site in Colorado Springs, Colorado at the Space Foundation, and I'm with Kevin Kuk, Director of Brand Management with the Space Foundation. Welcome to our program, Kevin.
Thanks, Mike. Good to be here.
Kevin, we've got folks watching this piece from all over the world, and a lot of people don't really know what the Space Foundation is and how you're associated with NASA. Could you explain to us today just what is the Space Foundation, what is your mission, what do you guys do?
Sure, my pleasure. The Space Foundation has been around for 22 years now. It is a nonprofit. It is not a military or governmental organization. It is, while we have a lot of retirees here from the military, it's a civilian, privately held company. And the mission of the Space Foundation is simple yet very broad. It's basically to promote anything and everything that has to do with space technology, exploration of space, awareness of space, even education. We work with schools, K through 12, universities, to teach teachers, to teach kids about space. So in a nutshell, we are here, we exist to promote the idea of space exploration and the use of space for peaceful means.
You know, when I think of NASA, of course, I think of traveling through space and going to other worlds and the moon and all that stuff. But from what I've learned through my association with the Space Foundation, a lot of what NASA does really benefits people right here on the planet Earth. And your role with the Space Foundation is kind of teaching people and helping people understand what some of these technologies and services that are developed in outer space are. Would I be accurate in that?
You're exactly right. In fact, as Director of Space Awareness Programs in a previous life here at the Foundation, my duties focus solely on that area. The idea of informing the public, improving their awareness and appreciation of those technologies that originally were developed to get us out into space and to make travel and exploration safe for the astronauts and crews, really comes back home to Earth in some unexpected ways, and your product is an excellent example of that. One of our other programs, called the Space Technology Hall of Fame, exists solely to honor those people who take those technologies and bring them back to Earth, so to speak, to benefit life here, and that happens across the board. Travel, medical care, communications, entertainment. You think satellite television, satellite radio, surgical implants, hearing implants, heart implants. So much of what touches our lives every day is the direct result or a spin-off of the technologies developed or improved for the space program. It's truly amazing.
It is amazing, and of course when you watch the news and you hear about they're doing this experiment or that experiment, you don't really think about it in terms of products or services or benefits for us here. You think about it in outer space, but what are some of those types of products that you work with? Because every once in a while you'll see certified space technology or certified in space. What is the difference between those, and what kind of products are we talking about?
Well, within the space certification program, the program that we run in cooperation with NASA, which is the same case with our Space Technology Hall of Fame, we work hand in hand with the folks at NASA because our goals are in many cases the same in terms of promoting continued exploration and public appreciation of those efforts. But within the certification program, the products that we work with, some are extremely well known, some will be well known, but Tempur-Pedic's a big name, sleep systems. That viscoelastic foam was originally developed to basically provide long-term comfort for astronauts and also to relieve G-force pressures during launch and re-entry. Your product, of course, for air purification in the home, long history there going back to original application for purifying or actually reducing ethylene gases, which is a natural product or byproduct of plant growth on both the shuttle and the space station. Ethylene gas in an enclosed environment as you have in space is actually bad for plants. It causes them to prematurely grow, even decay. And the T102 titanium dioxide with the UV aspect, the researchers discovered that actually helped reduce the ethylene levels. In fact, converted that to products, byproducts that were good for plants, water and I believe it's hydrogen. In any event, that allowed these plants to grow much more healthily, much more naturally, and live longer. And the idea is that for long-term space exploration to Mars and beyond, that this technology will allow the astronauts, the crews, to have fresh food as opposed to something that's been freeze-dried, which is a real treat, I would imagine, after you've been traveling for several years through space. Other products, there's more and more of them. Silhouette eyewear, corrective vision lenses were produced really as a fashion issue. Very beautiful work coming out of Linz, Austria, a silhouette company. But they were so well designed, using titanium in the frames, no hinges, no screws, made it far safer for wear inside of, for example, a pressurized helmet, or even the enclosed space of the flight, the launch vehicle. And they were taken directly off the shelf, no modifications whatsoever. NASA's optometrist said, these are what we want. So those sorts of products.
If our listeners and viewers wanted to learn more about the Space Foundation, of course, I'm a big promoter of the Space Foundation. I'm always sending out your links. And what would the best website for somebody to go to just to learn about what the Space Foundation does?
The homepage for the Space Foundation website, of course, there are subsequent websites for Hall of Fame, certification, etc. But our homepage is spacefoundation.org. Okay. And from that, you can get to all of our programs, including our educational and outreach efforts, our policy issues, our ongoing programs for the industry, which are broad and well respected around the world. Our National Space Symposium, our efforts with Strategic Space out in Omaha, the Strategic Space Conference. We're doing work in Florida for the industry. First year, it'll be November of this year in Florida at the Kennedy Space Center, Florida Space. We do a lot of work and we keep ourselves very busy.
And once a person goes to that website, if they want to see the different products we're talking about, they would go to the certified products section?
That's correct. There's a direct link there, and if they choose to go directly to that site, it is spaceconnection.org.
Back in the 70s, when the first big energy crisis hit, Marilyn Chase from the Wall Street Journal said, "We sealed up our homes with deadly precision, not allowing nature's power, the power from sunshine, the power from a thunderstorm that cleans the air outdoors. We don't allow that indoors. In fact, Kevin, the EPA says that the air inside our buildings is up to 5 times more polluted than air outdoors."
That's what I understand.
And I imagine it's the same thing in a spacecraft as far as that goes.
Even more challenging.
Even more challenging. You're not a part of EcoQuest, and obviously you don't have an interest in us selling products or whatever, but I'm curious about what the Space Foundation feels about this technology. You've given the certified space technology seal of approval to our technology, but recently you gave me a call about a big symposium, a big meeting that's taking place in Nebraska,
right,
and about some air pollution problems. Talk to the folks about what we're talking about right now and trying to fix that challenge, and then also what your organization feels about our technology right here in the Space Foundation home office.
Sure, I'd be glad to. Your reference to Strategic Space in Omaha, it's a large event and a large exhibit space as well, and our customers in the aerospace industry and other facets of the space industry set up these large exhibits, and it's a big gathering. One of the challenges this year is in the same center in that exhibit space, literally the day before our event begins, they're having a rodeo. And aside from the obvious livestock odors and things like that, there's a lot of airborne particles from sawdust and thousands of people and animals running around in there. Our concern is that the air be as clean as possible. That's our goal, to make the environment both safe as well as enjoyable. And we're convinced that your technology can do that for us. And we'd like the opportunity to have that happen and to give you the opportunity to demonstrate your product to some of our other constituents. As far as the Space Foundation's view of EcoQuest products, we think they're terrific products. I've been using one in my home for over a year now. We just placed an order for enough units of the fresh air product for this office, our headquarters, and we'll be running units in our DC office as well as our Florida office. We're convinced that this is an improvement in the air quality, and since we're friends, why not do it?
Well, we appreciate having our equipment in the Space Foundation. Kevin, a couple more questions. The different levels of certification are impressive. You mentioned the Hall of Fame and certified space, certified in space. Is it true that our fresh air technology was the first technology for residential air purification that was able to achieve the exclusive lifetime certification for using our radiant catalytic TiO2 technology?
That is absolutely true. EcoQuest is now both a lifetime certification program partner and has an exclusivity in that particular segment of the market for home air purification, the first and now only.
Well, we're very proud of that. Last question. With gas prices going up to $3 a gallon and maybe more, do you think we'll ever be able to beam ourselves to work from our home?
Well, I guess in some ways we already do. If you look at the internet in terms of its ability to broadcast knowledge and thought, but as far as moving people physically around, I won't guarantee it, but I certainly would like to see it. It might in the end be less expensive than fueling up my truck.
I've always been fascinated with space. I've watched every Star Trek movie there ever was, and that probably sounds a little silly, but I've always been fascinated with space, and it's just been a pleasure for EcoQuest to be associated with your organization. We're very proud of the fact that you chose to certify our technology, and we're looking forward to years and years of promoting space exploration through the Space Foundation and good technologies. We're not done by a long shot inventing and developing new technologies, and the things that we're learning about space exploration, we hope that will be a part of some of our new technologies. So thank you very much.
Absolutely. We look forward to it. In promoting space exploration, that's where we in fact do both. The certification gives you a special recognition in the marketplace, but at the same time it helps us achieve our mission of improving awareness and appreciation of the kind of benefits that space exploration provides to all of us here on Earth, and we appreciate your help.
Thank you, Kevin.
You bet.
Folks, we appreciate you joining Science and Technology Today with EcoQuest International. We look forward to visiting you on location at other parts of the world as we continue to promote the technology that improves people's lives. Healthy living technologies from EcoQuest International.